Alright guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to add graphics on your off-road live streams. I'm assuming you have been able to watch my first video that shows you how to set up, how to add your cameras and how to add different scenes here in OBS and how to go live on YouTube. Now in this video, we're gonna take things to the next level where we're gonna be able to add some graphics and add some sponsored logos in a different way. Basically it's gonna be like a slideshow, so I'm gonna show you. It's gonna look really beautiful, and let's not take much time, let's get into it. So right now I have OBS open and I have camera 1, camera 2 and split cam. Usually it's like a mix of different camera, and I have some commercial scenes as well, but right now I don't have anything set up. So because I don't have any active camera, I'm gonna be using some demo clips. The first one is actually this one right here. It's already added. So my camera 2, I'm gonna go ahead and add a different view. Let's go ahead and add the a front view. All right, just have a random clip here just to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, this is just a random clip. And then this one right here, let me go ahead and change it to, some people have like back views, so let's go ahead and add a different one here. All right, so we got two clips here. Okay, we get camera 1, which is like a back view, or this could be a different view. Okay, it doesn't have to be specifically this one. They have a camera 2, which is like a front view, and then we have a split, which is like a combination of both clips, and then we have commercial or ad. This one's not added yet. Yeah, this is probably not gonna be the focus. Okay, so how do we add graphics? So basically adding graphics is like adding some things like starting soon, because sometimes you go live and the cameras are not on yet and you don't want to wait for the cameras to be on, so you need to be playing something, right? Maybe the cameras are out, something happened, and you need to be playing something. So you need something that says maybe we'll be right back. You need to keep the viewers engaged. That's the whole point. You're not just gonna have them look at a blank screen. So that's why you need to have those elements ready, but also like to incorporate your sponsors, logos, and ads and stuff like that. So graphics are going to make it look even more professional. So I'm gonna show you. Obviously, you're gonna need some skills to be able to design this, right? If you don't know how to do it, you may want to hire a professional like a graphic designer, or just reach out to me. I'm gonna be able to help you. But if you know how to do it, go ahead and design something. So there are two types of graphics. The first category I would say is gonna be the animated graphics, right? Something that will look like this. So this is like a starting soon kind of graphic. So how I design, again, you can design it the way you want. There's no rule. So basically what I do, usually I'll put the team logo somewhere here, and I'll put like starting soon, and I will leave, because before you go live, that's the best opportunity to be able to showcase your sponsors, right? So I will leave a transparent window here, and I'll say our sponsors, and then I will display our sponsors logos in there. That's how I do it. So basically to add it, I can go ahead and just copy the path. All right, you need to add, because this is gonna be the first scene, so you need to add a new scene, and then you can call it starting soon. All right, and you click OK. Again, you can move it on the top, because it's gotta be on the top. And then under that scene, you want to go to sources, hit the plus sign. If it's animated, you want to make sure you add a media source. Now if it's a static image, you want to make sure you choose image. All right, so for us it's animated, so we're gonna go ahead and add the media source, and then we can call it starting soon overlay. All right, we're gonna click OK. You always want to make sure you check loop, because you want it to be looping, and then hit browse. I can just go ahead and paste the path, and it's starting soon, it's right there, and hit OK and click OK. So as you can see, this is what it's gonna look like. And what's missing here now, if you want, you can add some music as well. You just want to make sure you use music that you have the rights to, or something that's copyright free, because if you use someone's like some popular music from the internet, you may get a copyright strike on YouTube. So you want to make sure you use either music that you have the right to use, or some music that's kind of copyright free. It's not protected by some sort of like copyright stuff. So to add music, usually you hit the plus sign, and then you do the same. You go to media source, and then you can add, you can say music. Okay, and then click OK. Also music, you want it to loop, so you can go here and then look for the song, right? I've got some music from Epidemic Sound. I'll just bring in something random and click OK. So basically the music is gonna be playing and the overlay is gonna be there. Now the next thing you do when you add music, you usually want to go under mixer, go to advanced audio properties, and look for the music, and then go under audio monitoring and choose monitor and output. The reason why you do this is because you want to make sure you can actually hear the music. So any sort of audio that you're playing on the stream, you want to make sure you can monitor it, because you want to make sure you know what the audience is actually hearing or is getting. The last thing you want is to have some music playing and you don't even know that it's playing, right? When it's not the right time to have the music playing. So you want to make sure you can monitor it. Right now I'm just gonna reduce the volume because it's too high, but yeah, so that's that. Like if you have headphones, you can actually, when you stream, you can listen to it. For this window, because it's blank, that's where adding a slideshow. This is how I do it, and I think it's awesome because let's say you have like 20 sponsors, or let's say 10. Have teams that, I think I have a team that has like maybe 10 sponsors. Those are like 10 logos. If you try to create an overlay and try to put them on screen, the screen is gonna be full of logos and there's no room for your viewers to watch. Because at the end of the day, even if you're getting paid, maybe your sponsors are paying you, yes, they need exposure, but you also need the viewers to enjoy the race. Because if the viewers are not happy, they will click off. And if they click off, your sponsors are not getting the exposure that they want. They want to make sure the viewer is happy and the sponsor is happy, right? So how do you do that? For me, I have just one window. And then what I would do, I'll create a slideshow for all the sponsors. All right, so I have this one. I called it Sponsor Reel Mute. Okay, the reason why I call it mute is because it has sound, but I don't want it to be playing when it's displaying, have a different music. So let me click to it and you guys can watch. This is basically say thanks to our sponsors, and it will just display full screen the logos, right? So now you can have a scene where it actually plays full screen. Sometimes I do that when I'm taking a break, like a commercial break, but also during the race, I'll be displaying it. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, guys. It's super awesome. So under starting soon scene, we can go here and then we're gonna hit the plus sign, and then we're gonna add some, again, before we go too far, you can make this slideshow in any video editor. You can use Adobe Premiere Pro, you can use CapCut, you can even use iMovie. Just a normal slideshow, just have the logos playing for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds each. That's it, and some music in the background. So we go to add media source, and then we can call it logos, and then click OK. You want it to loop. You can uncheck restart playback when source becomes active. The reason why you uncheck is because if you keep it checked, every time you change, you switch to this scene, the logos are going to restart. So if you have like 10 logos, you may be playing the same logos over and over. So that's why I like to uncheck restart playback, so that it keeps, when it comes back to that scene, it goes from where you left it the last time you played that scene. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope you understand. Just uncheck it. Solve the problem. All right, before we click OK, you want to make sure loops, browse, then we're gonna look for it. All right, so click OK, and then I click OK. And as you can see, it's super big, so you need to resize it, make it very small. All right, now the overlay has to be on the top all the time. Okay, and also you can go ahead and click the lock button just to make sure it's locked, so you never have to, like, you don't move it by accident. So next thing we have to check to click on logo and just resize it, make sure it's actually inside this little window. As you can see, we have now a slideshow that's playing. So our starting soon scene now has, starting soon, obviously, but we also have this opportunity to have our sponsors kind of displaying, right? Again, these are two different teams, okay? But I'm just wanted to show you guys, right? Don't you think this is cool? You see, like, you showcasing your sponsors and then blah blah blah. You got some music going on and some starting soon and stuff. Again, you can be creative and make it different. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Okay, now second scene, usually I'll play the intro of the team, like a highlight video, but again, you don't have to do that. If you have a highlight video, you can add another scene where you can just play, but for now we're just gonna focus on the overlay. So for the main cameras, camera 1 and camera 2, usually I try to keep it simple. So let's go ahead and hit the plus sign, and I'm gonna show you what the overlay looks like. So media source, same thing, and then we can call it cam overlay, and then hit OK. You want it to loop, it can restart, no problem, and then go to browse. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to where I was, and then this is called cam overlay, and then hit OK, and then boom. So you can see now what they look like. Now you always want to make sure it's on the top here, and then you lock it, and then you can adjust your camera just to make sure it actually fits well. So you always want to make sure you unlock it, because you don't want to lose any pixels, right? So you can just adjust it, make sure there's no black bars or anything, and this looks pretty good. And then once you're done, you can just lock it. Again, your camera will be SRT Cam 1. For now, I'm using demo just to demonstrate for this tutorial. So now we have your logo. Again, you don't want to do too much on the sides. This is optional, guys. You can design it the way you want, but you don't want to bother your image adding some logos in here for your sponsors all the time. It's okay. They can have their spot, right? So now this is what I would do for camera 1. And then for camera 2, I'll do the same thing. So again, because this is going to be the same overlay, you can go here, hit the plus sign, and then go to media source. Because you already have it, you're gonna be using the same. You can click add existing and then choose cam overlay, click OK, and then you make sure it's on the top. And then we can go to our camera. Again, in your case, it would be SRT Cam 2, and then you can actually adjust it within the frame, you know, inside the overlay, not too much. Once you're done, make the adjustments, just click the lock icon and then lock it. So now, as you can see, we have camera 1, we have camera 2, no problem, and we have our logo and no logos from our sponsors. Don't worry. Okay, we're gonna showcase them now. For the split one here, all right, what we can do, we can actually be a little more creative. Usually have more splits, you know. You can do as many splits as you want. I'll do something like this. So I will make the main one, usually maybe the front one, the front view. I can make it the kind of like the main, right? Again, this color source, we don't even need it. And then this one, I'll make like the secondary kind of view. Again, depending on the angles that you actually have available, you can be creative here. All right. Now, when you create your overlays, you have to keep all these things in mind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a new overlay, hit the plus sign, and then we're gonna go to media source, and then we're gonna call it split overlay. Okay, and then hit OK. And what we need to do, again, always check it to loop. Okay, and then we're gonna go browse, and then I'm gonna go ahead and find it. It's right here, split screen overlay, and then hit open. And once it shows up, I'm gonna hit OK. And this is what it looks like. Again, guys, this can be different, doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You can be creative. The idea is to just make sure you have some windows transparent where your cameras are going to show up. All right, so now we can put our camera, our front view camera, in here. Again, let's make sure we lock it so we don't move it by accident. And then we can put our camera inside here, something like this. Once it's adjusted, we can lock the camera, and then go to the second camera, do the same thing. So the second camera usually is kind of smaller, and then lock it. Now what we're gonna do for the third camera, I mean, this is not a third camera, it's actually our sponsors. This is another opportunity to showcase our sponsors, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit the plus sign, and then we're gonna add a media source, and it's gonna be add existing, and we're gonna add our slideshow here. Yeah, we're gonna be our logo scene. Click OK, and again, it's gonna be too big, so you want to make sure you resize it depending on how you saved it when you made it. Resize it, make it smaller. It has to go under the overlay, and then it's gonna show up here. Make sure it fits well, something like this. It's looking good. Lock it, you know, doesn't move it by accident. All right, so at this point, it's already looking good. We have our starting soon scene. We have our camera 1 with an overlay and our logo. We have our camera 2 with an overlay and a logo. Now we have a split screen kind of thing with 2 cameras and our sponsors. Now, usually I'll have like split front and split back. And what I would do for split front, I'll make the main camera be like the main camera in the bigger window. And then for the split back, it will be exactly the same scene, but I will make the back view camera be the main, so in the bigger window, and then the front, I'll put in the smaller window, and then I'll keep our sponsors in there. So another thing you can do, you can add another scene. Usually I call it Be Right Back. So BRB. And this is mainly for when something is happening. Maybe the cameras are out. Maybe it's a pit stop. Maybe you don't want people to hear the conversation that's happening between the drivers and the pit crew. Like, it depends, right? Whenever you don't have anything to put on screen, you can use this. So we go under here, we go to add media source, and the media source, we're gonna call it BR overlay and hit OK. And this one, we're gonna make sure it loops as well. Go to browse. Now I have one here. Again, this is for a different team, so we can open it and this is what it looks like. Okay, again, this is a different team, so you can see the branding is different. I just wanted for you guys to see. Now you can see it's a BRB. Now what I will put in a bigger window here, because you see we have a big window and a small window. Usually I'll put like a highlight video of the team, so you can do a quick montage of, you know, your past races and everything. So I'll go here and hit the plus sign and then go to media source, and then I'll add, let's say, team highlight, and then click OK. You want it to loop, go browse, do this one, you can use this one and click OK. And then you want to put it under the overlay, make sure your overlay is locked, and then you can resize it, something like this, boom. And as you can see, it fits well. And what you can do, again, remember to go to advanced under audio mixer and then go to audio monitoring. You want to make sure anything that has sound, you want to make sure you can actually monitor it. So the overlay doesn't have a sound, but the team highlight video has a sound, right? So you make sure you set to monitor and output, and then close, right? We're going to reduce the volume because it's a little too loud. And then the next thing you see, we already have something that says our sponsors. So I'll go here, hit the plus sign, and then go to media source. We already have our logo, so I don't have to add a new media source. I'll just click existing, and then I'll go to logos, and then click OK. And again, I'll just make it smaller, resize it, make sure it fits well. And then we're gonna put it somewhere here in the smaller window. And then you want to make sure it's under the overlay here. Boom. This looks very nice. All right, guys. So you can see you can lock it. Now, because this one has audio as well, so you want to make sure you don't have both. That's why when I created it, I say muted. Okay, because you have the highlight and then you have this one that has audio. So you want to make sure it's either you can keep the audio from the logos or the team highlight, whatever you like. But you have to keep one, not two, not both, because it's gonna make a mess. It's gonna sound weird. So you can just click here, maybe mute the logos. But in starting soon, the logos were muted as well. So as you can see, so you can keep the music in starting soon, the one that we added, and the logo is gonna be muted. And then in your BRB scene, you can do the same. Logos muted. Team highlight can actually stay, keep the sound on, and you can use that. All right. So that's pretty much it. Now look at this, it's beautiful, right? So people are not bored, it's kind of engaging. People are watching on big screens. You got the be right back, so people know that, you know, they're waiting for you come back to give them the live feed. But at least your sponsors are being showcased, and then you also showcasing your team. You know, you got all the cool videos, the highlight and everything. That's pretty much it. You can also run your commercials. I think in the last video I showed you how to add your commercial. You can just go here, create another scene, and then basically add an ad, right? Like a commercial video. For those ones, usually you don't want to loop it. You just want it to play once. For instance, I have like Mickey Thompson ad here. I can just play to show you guys. Boom. All right. So for instance, this is how you will start your stream like this, from this starting soon, and then your team goes live. Usually I'll use the studio mode, and then I'll have like camera 2 on standby. So this is what's live. And then when I see the cameras are on, I can see what they are doing. So I'll kind of take camera 1 to program cat, boom. And this is what people will be watching on the live stream. And I can put like camera 2 in preview. And then when I see everything looks good, I can boom, cut to the camera 2. And then I can also mix with like split. So usually when I'm coming from split to the bigger, to like a single camera feed, what I would do, I'll use the fade instead of using just a cut, so like the transition is kind of smooth, right? And then I'll just keep watching, and then if I see something interesting on camera, maybe there's a pass or something, and then I will kind of go back to camera 2. You know, I just keep going, and then, you know, at some point I'll be like, okay, cameras are down or something happened, we'll be right back. So I'll do the BRB scene and then fade to BRB scene, or be right back. And then at some point, you know, we want to run some commercials because we got to take a commercial break. So I'll just click, do the fade, boom. and then I'll run an ad for like, a few seconds. And when it's done, I'll go back to either camera 1 or camera 2, something like this, right? And that's it, guys. That's how you do it. All right, guys. So if you're watching, or depending on where you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, let me know if there's something else that you would want to know. I'm thinking the next video, I'll probably talk about how to multi-stream. So if you want to stream to say YouTube and Instagram at the same time, or if you want to stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, I'll probably cover that. But if you have some other things that you want to know, just let me know. By the way, my name is Sam. I don't know if I introduced myself. Just let me know down below. Leave me a comment, leave me something. Just let me know. All right. But other than that, guys, if you think this is too complicated, or you know how to do it but you don't have time to do it yourself, this is what I do. So I help people, I help racers to actually stream their races. So feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to actually help you out, so I can take care of the streaming, or the designing, and going live to YouTube and Facebook or Instagram, all the good stuff. And then you can focus on racing. So if you need help, let me know, guys. Or if you know someone who needs help, just let me know. Send them to me and I'll be able to help them. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy racing.